It is about that time. Marvel Rivals has a lot of backstory for each character with Easter eggs for characters that may join the game in the future and storylines that may be explored in later seasons. It is a lot of reading, so I am here to catch you up on the story so you can keep playing the game. I want to welcome you to another episode of our Marvel Rivals lore series where this time we learn how Venom became a rival. We're covering Venom on this episode because it was suggested by Lagnito and the last old one in the comments of a previous episode. And if you'd like to suggest who we cover next, simply leave a comment on this video, or you could join our Discord server where we have a channel where you can suggest future videos. Also, if you like to watch videos early or just support the channel, consider becoming a YouTube channel member here. You get a badge next to your name, access to emotes, early videos like I just mentioned, and being a channel member means you just become a bad dude in general. And with that, welcome to Chapter 1, Betray the Umbra. The story begins where all stories should, the beginning, where we see a blonde woman asking a creature how they got out of their cage. The creature responds, and I quote, "Nothing can hold us for long, child. For we are Venom." The woman talking to Venom is Magik, a mutant who left some limbo demons to guard Venom. And to respond to her question, this dude simply licks his lips like it's a good Friday night and he just ate Five Guys, and Venom hates burgers. So Magik then lays it down to us like this. Her home dimension was nearly devoured by symbiotes. But the thing is, Venom is not like other symbiotes. Venom underneath is with human, and his name is Eddie Brock. And this partnership is great. Eddie has these superpowers while Venom now has a sense of purpose. Together, they were a lethal protector, saving innocent people on the streets and eating Five Guys in the sheets. Oh, hell yeah. Everything is great, right? Or, well, it was great. Or maybe not. You see, they can't remember because upon this connection between Venom and Eddie, the Klyntar hive mind that connected Venom to the rest of the symbiotes was too much for Eddie's mind. The result of this being that both Venom and Eddie were disoriented. They don't remember everything. Nevertheless, though, Venom decides to join Magik in her fight. Now, who is she fighting? Well, it's a small fight. Really, it's not even worth mentioning, but I'll mention it here anyway just so you know what the fight is. Magik, and now possibly Venom, are fighting the gods, or at the very least, the ones that are left. Now, as Venom and Magik begin to talk about how to defeat the gods, Venom falls to his knees and screams. Magik asks, "What's wrong?" And there is only one answer. Sony has just canceled all future Spider-Man spin-offs, but in reality, Venom is screaming because he is seeing images of a planet covered in darkness, hearing millions of creatures crying. Magik continues the questions. What is happening? And Venom explains that he just got a message from the hive mind that their god, Knull, needs to be slayed before he can slay all the symbiotes. Magik wields a powerful sword that has helped her be successful in her fight. She says that Venom should also get a sword to fight Knull. We learn right here that Venom has heard stories about Knull, and one of the stories is that he once had a sword of his own called the Necro Sword, and legend has it that it was used to take down a Celestial. Knull won the fight, but the Necro Sword was lost. Now here's the thing, Venom and Eddie are local. It's like that store down the street from where you live. It's independent, doing their own thing. They're not taking all these big risks, they're just doing their own thing. It's a very humble, hard-working life. Venom and Eddie, they don't have the means to literally search the universe for this blade. You know, they're used to punching normal people trying to steal from a store down the street right on the city block. So as Venom is outwardly questioning how to begin the search for the Necro Sword, Magik says it should be pretty easy, barely an inconvenience. And she is absolutely right, because next, Venom gives her a small portion, a small part of his symbiote to Magik, allowing her to know where to go in searching for this Necroblade. Suddenly, an interdimensional portal opens right in front of him. Venom steps through the portal and waves back at Magik. They are going to be fighting separate battles now, after now becoming allies. Venom is now standing on top of a slaughtered Celestial, and Venom begins to look for the Necro Sword. He sees the handle and begins to pull, but he cannot pull out the blade. Venom pulls again. Nothing. again. Venom will not give up, but the blade does not come out. And during this, Venom keeps pulling on the handle, not aware of his surroundings. He does not notice a vessel drifting closer, and also there's a cocoon that's also nearby. Inside the vessel was the remains of the Celestial's consciousness. And this consciousness let out a big scream once Venom finally pulled out the blade. A scream so violent, it sent Venom flying. Taken by surprise, up in the air, Venom loses his grip on the sword. The Necro Sword falls out of Venom's hand, falling back into the Celestial, but this time, falling so deep that he cannot even see it anymore. Venom falls to the ground, but he was lifted up by his fellow symbiotes as Venom looks and sees a cocoon about to be swallowed by other symbiotes. Venom goes over and saves the cocoon and rips it open. Somebody's in the cocoon, and this being inside the cocoon is described more like a golden god than simply a mortal man. Venom says to this figure, and I quote, "I don't know who you are, Goldie, but I've got work to do, and I'm not gonna let you stand in my way. I am Adam Warlock, and I will not let you corrupt this universe with your darkness." That's right, Adam Warlock showing up here. The two are at odds, but only for a moment, because Venom realizes that Adam Warlock is a good guy because he starred in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But more importantly, Venom realizes Adam Warlock thinks that he is Knull. Upon clearing up this confusion, they now know that they are going after the same man. So the two decide to join forces, even though Adam Warlock thought it was highly unlikely that he would ever team up with the symbiote. And that, my rivals, is the end of chapter 1. And man, I think this might be the shortest one that we've read, but I like it. It's short and sweet. Got right to the point. We introduced Magik, we introduced Adam Warlock, introduced Venom, introduced Knull. They did some pretty big stuff here, man. Introducing the Necro Sword. I mean, so far in Season 0, I don't think they've really talked about the Necro Sword in the game, in the gameplay that we have. So with it being a crucial plot point here in this story, it's probably gonna come in a, maybe Season 1, Season 2, something like that. So that's pretty cool. And of course, I just mentioned, this is only chapter 1, so we have more stuff to the story. But this was a good start to Venom. I like this. All right, so we know that Eddie Brock is the one that's in Venom. So this was a good story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video, leave a comment. Again, if you want to support the channel, get videos early, all that stuff, consider becoming a YouTube channel member. I would greatly appreciate it. Join the Discord server if you're at all interested in doing that. And with all of that said, you and I, we are rivals till the end. And no matter how many guys you bring to me, I'm never gonna forget that.